Okay, our business is called MINDBODY Incorporated, and we make web-based business management software for spas, fitness companies, salons. We started in 2001 as a desktop software company. This began because an old friend of mine was writing custom software for yoga and Pilates studios. And that's where the MINDBODY name came from. We saw a niche market that was growing rapidly, that had nobody serving it effectively, and had some needs. They needed to be able to manage the accounts of all of their clients and the schedules of their teachers and therapists. And so we were just crazy enough to design something to meet their needs.
That's really funny.
Good stuff. And then what research did you have to do beforehand, before jumping in? Was it sort of just a shot in the dark, or and then also did you have any sort of mentors along the way that helped you with the process?
Well, I still read Inc magazine, and it's true, probably not just because we read Inc 500, but I was really into Inc magazine. There's a guy named Norm Brodsky, who's one of their associate editors, and he used to write a column. He does write a column about entrepreneurialism. He was like one of the original angel investors. And he said in 1997 or 1998, he had an article where he said, when I look at investing in a business, I want to look at a business that has a recurring revenue stream collected from a broad client base. In other words, rather than a business that's going to go after one big contract or a couple of big clients, you're looking for a business that's making a little bit of money off a lot of people. And so that's how we structure this. If you look at how MINDBODY, how we're priced, our whole engine, which is all about just sucking in all these new clients constantly, that's all because of that original concept of recurring revenue, small amount of money from a large number of people, because of the stability that provides. So when I encountered my friend who was doing this software for yoga and Pilates, I didn't know anything about those markets, but I started looking at them, and I was like, there's thousands of really cool little boutique studios all over the place, and these people are going to be easy to sell to, right? You don't have a big bureaucratic corporate buying engine that you have to go figure out, right? Because we needed people that could see a demonstration and buy the software within a week or so, or maybe sometimes within 10 minutes, and whip out the credit card and make a decision. So I wanted clients like that. I also was really motivated about the small business. At the time in the late 90s, it was all about big box stores. There was Walmart, Costco, Home Depot, wiping out small businesses. So I was personally motivated to take technology and apply it in a way that small businesses could use, a basically democratizing effect.
And then how did you first go about trying to acquire capital for your business? Well,
there was none. So when we wrote our business plan in the summer of 2000, right as the dot-com was all coming unwound, and of course all the money that was fueling the dot-com was evaporating, we actually incorporated, we formed an LLC that started on January 1, 2001. And that was the worst possible time to start a company in one regard. There was no capital. So I had some friends and family that helped out, my parents and a brother, but we're talking small amounts of money. And then primarily I took out a second on my house. I mean, my wife was willing to let me take this risk with our own assets. So we bootstrapped it. That's why we remained really commando for a long time. Nobody in San Francisco knew who we were because we were working out of a garage. I didn't even have really have a business license to work in my garage. So we were doing all this stuff. It's something I actually now am a member of the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm talking to them about. You know what? You have no idea how many businesses are going on in this town right now, out of people's homes. And that's really the economic driver of the 21st century. That's the way business starts now. And some of the best businesses have that story, right?
So in 2005, how did you pitch your idea to the investors, and what kind of preparatory work did you have to do, before you went there, and where did funding come from? Did you go to multiple?
It started with relationships. I had a new business partner named Bob Murphy, and Bob had some contacts in New York, and he actually got an investment banker to meet with us as sort of a favor. He's like, you just meet with this partner of mine, Rick, and here's pitch, and the guy's like, yeah, okay, and so I got in with this guy and started talking, and he got all turned on. He was like, come back after lunch, and then he filled the room with a bunch of people to listen to my pitch. And my pitch was this. I practiced this for quite a while, because you can talk about the business, in terms of mechanics and what you're doing, but you got to grab someone's attention in a way that's visceral. And so this was my pitch. My pitch was, if any one of us here in the room wanted to book a flight to Paris, and book a hotel, and book your tour package or your Eurail pass, you could go to a website and you could compare prices and read consumer reviews. And this is in 2005 even. You can do that very quickly, right? If you wanted to buy a laptop computer, You could go online, you could read all the specifications, you could read consumer reviews, you could get the best price, and you can make an intelligent buying decision. But if you wanted to get a haircut at the place around the corner, you got to pick up the phone. All right, that was my pitch.